What's up, everybody? Welcome to Primal Vinyasa. My name is Todd. In this class called Man Muscle Migration, we're gonna just get playful. We're bringing in the drill category of migration from the Primal Vinyasa work. We're gonna move around the space and we're gonna build a lot of strength, but we're not gonna do it in a way that requires us to get super serious or strenuous or stoic. We just have a good time building strength in our bodies like we used to do when we were kids. So grab your mat, unroll it out, get a Danda or a stick or a broom or whatever you got, and perhaps a blanket, and let's get going. Woo! Start with your Danda in your hand. Bring it up overhead with a wide grip, and we'll go a little side to side, getting some lateral flexion through your spine. You can move fast or slow in everything we do here. This is all highly customizable. Trust your body and your instinct to tell you how to move, and allow me to help to guide you through it as well. Round forward and then roll up through the side, roll down the other side, and back up again. Down and up the same side. Rolling through these Danda cyclones. Now, you can also just continue in a big full circle, down and up the other side. Just start to roll your spine around. Get your hips into the movement. Get your legs into it. Your whole entire spine. If you're moving one direction, circle back the other way. Cyclone all around. Feel free to step out now. Start to move and explore the space. Just working through whatever your body is sort of calling you through. Some spinal rotations, flexion, extension. Use your Danda as support. On the floor, you can step back into a lunge, explore around, stepping wide, pressing your Danda on your thighs to press up and extend your spine, or drawing down into your hips, reaching up high. The whole space is yours to explore. So get off your mat a little bit. In this class, you'll want to have some room to move. So clear a little space. Push the couch out of the way. Make it part of your practice. Get some clarity for yourself. Here we go. Bring it back to the top. Wide grip. We're stretching overhead with your Danda. And then circle and reach it back behind you in a pass through. Tap your back and come forward again. Continue. Now notice as you move through these pass throughs, in order to get the space for your arms, you have to allow your shoulder blades to lift up. There's a little scapular shrug at the top, which will allow you to move through the sticky spot. And if you want to inquire into that, spend a little time there at that sticky spot. Get into where it's like, it's a little sticky and tricky. Maybe pulse a little bit into it. Explore lifting and lowering your shoulders and working through that spot in particular. Last one here. And let's go back to the top. Now, with your hands a little wider than shoulder width, reach overhead. We're gonna do some scapular shrugs. So imagine that you're hanging from a pull-up bar here, and allow yourself to really drop down underneath that bar. As a result, your scapula, your two shoulder blades, are gonna elevate. You'll shrug your shoulders just a little bit up towards your ears. That's called scapular elevation. Now, pull your shoulder blades down your back. There'll be more space between your ears and your shoulders when you do this. You'll feel your shoulder blades drag down your back. Go up, scapular elevation, and go down, scapular depression. A few times like that. So this is like you're doing scapular shrugs at the pull-up bar, dropping down deep underneath that bar, and it's the first stage of a pull-up. When you retract your scapula down your back, depress your scapula, pulling your sternum or your chest up towards the bar. Now bring the Danda out in front of you. Same thing here. except for you're gonna be pulling your shoulder blades more onto your back, more close together on your back. That's adduction. And now let your shoulder blades slide off your back as you reach the Danda forward. So I'll show you from behind. Pull your shoulder blades closer together down onto your back, and then let them drift further apart as you push forward. So pull back, squeeze your shoulder blades on your back, push forward, slide your shoulder blades off your back. One more time. Excellent. Take your Danda right out in front of you vertically and hold it. Step to a wide stance, feet turned out slightly. Move your hips back to begin lowering down into a squat. So the initial movement of that squat is a straight movement back with your hips. Now push into the earth and rise up. So hips back, lower down. Breathe in at the bottom. Exhale, push down to go up. Now continue. Use your Danda as support. Really push into it. Use your breath to support you from the inside. Inhale down, exhale up. One more time, inhale, exhale. Now squat down into a medium squat. Step your left foot back from there into a lunge position and lower your knee to the floor. Drive low through your front knee. Push through your Danda and lift inside so you get a nice full stretch through your left side hip flexors, psoas. Now you can stay here using your Danda as support. I like to climb my hands up onto the top so I can really push down onto it as I drive low. Find that gives me a nice full stretch. You might want to rock a little side to side, or perhaps take your Danda, reach it overhead. You can get some of those scapular shrugs in here, strengthening your back, or take it behind your neck and really arc up over it. Another way to get a nice deep spinal extension is to take the Danda back behind you, turn your palms forward, and utilize the bar to kind of roll into a back bend up and over. You can pull the Danda up against your body and bend over that so you get the lift through your back. Last breath here. Excellent. Take your Danda out in front of you, tuck your toes, lift your back knee, step up, and we're going to swing your left leg front to back. So you're getting flexion extension through your left side hip flexors. Now go across your body and out to the side. And then step way back into a warrior two-like position. Use your Danda for support. Bend your back knee, straighten your front leg, and sit down into a Skandasana position. Then push into your Danda to come up and bend deeply into your front knee. Now go back and forth, bending your back knee, bending your front knee. Opposite leg straightening as you go. Last one. And step up, drop down into that squat using your Danda for support. And you might pulse a little up and down here. You might even take the Danda out in front so you can drop down a little deeper. And then Danda vertical, lift a little bit to step your right foot back into lunge. Lower your knee down and drive low into the lunge position. Bend your front knee deeply. And again, you might climb your hands up onto your top of your Danda. As you stay low through your hips, lift high through your heart. Again, I invite you to explore some little rocking motions. What does your body want? As we learn to tune in more deeply, introspectively to what our body is asking for, we can become better students of that intuitive movement. And I'm only here to help to guide you into that teacher, the one that lies within yourself. So utilize your breath, trust in all the sensations, and allow them to guide you through the nuances of the shape. Again, you might lift up overhead, bend the bar behind your neck, or pass it through behind your back. About 3 breaths here in this lunge position. Take your Danda in your right hand, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, and we're going to step up to swing your right leg front to back. And across your body and out to the side. And step to squat down, back to a warrior two position. And then bend your back knee, utilize your Danda for support as you drop into that Skandasana. And then really call on your exhale and push through your Danda to rise up and returning to warrior two. Come back and forth. Last one. Step up, squat, Danda out in front of you. Squatting down low, really working into the depth. Slide your knees closer into your armpits to deepen your hip flexion and breathe. Another trick is to grab your mat here. You can pull up, give yourself that extra support. Last breath. Good, and hold your Danda vertically. Lift your hips high enough to step your left foot back into lunge. Lower your knee down, set your Danda down, and get your arms swinging into a running or light jog perhaps to start. Also bring your hips into it so you're pulsing down low. And then backing out, we'll get your heart rate up a little bit. Swing your arms faster. Let's pick up the speed. Turn it into a run or a sprint perhaps. Last 3, 2, and 1. Grab your Danda. We're gonna step up, squat down, lift up, step back other side, lower your knee, set your Danda down, come up, and get back into it. This is like you're warming up. Gradually increasing the pace. Get to a good brisk run or even a sprint perhaps. Keep pulsing into it with your hips as well. 3, 2, and 1. Hold your Danda. Step up, squat down. All right, now put your Danda out in front, get it out of your way. In a wide squat, deep squat, reach your arms back behind you like you're hiking a football. Breathe in. As you breathe out, stand up, reach your arms up. Full stretch. Inhale, squat back, hike back. Exhale, press up, reach. Keep going. Inhale. Exhale, maybe lift up onto your toes. Inhale. Exhale. These are Heyos from the Primal Vinyasa work. Also an option, little hop at the top. Use your arms to swing yourself up. Exhale as you rise. Inhale as you hike. Look back. Look up. Utilize your vision. So we want to diversify everything. Even our gaze. 3, 2, 1. Stand. Place a hand on your heart. Maybe another one to find your pulse in your neck. Honor this. All this life force, all this vitality, all this electricity, this energy, this current that pulses through you. Breathe into it. Honor it. This is life flowing through your body. Meet it with your presence. Meet it with your conscious awareness. Good. Open your eyes and drop back down into a squat. Place your hands on the earth and step back into downward facing dog. Now recall the Danda overhead. We're going to take those same scapular actions here. So start by really pushing your hands into the floor. Elevate your scapula up towards your ears. Shrug your shoulders. Scapular elevation. And then go the opposite. Let your heart melt down towards the floor. Your scapula slide up and away from your ears. Scapular depression. And go back and forth. Press and elevate your scapula, your shoulder blades. And then slide them away from your ears, depress them down your back. A couple of those. We're building scapular intelligence, which is going to help us migrate across the floor. Your scapula are just these incredibly adept bones that articulate so well. They're like little spaceships that elevate and depress and adduct and abduct and rotate. They have this incredible like aviation to them. Last one. Now lower down onto your knees and just in some cat-cow-like motions, go ahead and draw your shoulder blades onto your back. You're going to adduct or draw your two shoulder blades closer together on your back. They might even squeeze together a little bit. And then as you press the base of your heart up towards the sky, you'll do some thoracic spinal flexion, but mostly focus on abducting or drawing your two shoulder blades away from one another, getting space there. And then go back and forth. Adduct, shoulder blades together. Abduct, shoulder blades apart. One more. Now sit back on your heels. Shake out through your arms a little. Roll out through your wrists. Shake out through your hands. Just allow yourself to come to a restful state. Releasing any tension in your body. Now let's take downward facing dog again, and we're gonna migrate with this one. So lift up your right foot and your left hand just for a moment, and then set them back down. Left foot, right hand. So get the hang of the balance and the coordination. Right hand, left foot, left hand. Now, as you pick up your right hand, left foot, step them both forward. Then switch, right foot, left hand, step them both forward. So it's like a bear crawl, going forward, one hand, the opposite foot, and then the other. Now, go backwards. And then front and back. And now you can go a little side to side or at a diagonal plane. And see if you can maintain that same opposite hand, opposite foot, even as you switch it up a little bit. So that's a bit of a brain game, which is good. So much of what we're doing in here is syncing up mind and body. This somatic work. And actually, in the science of muscle building, we know that we aren't just building muscle cells, we're building neuromuscular units. So literally is the neurology synced up with the muscular system that builds in the cellular matrix that makes us stronger, bigger, faster, all that good stuff. Come on back and release to shake out one more time. Now we're going to pick up that same coordination, that same sort of intelligence to come to another level. First, watch as you step your opposite foot, opposite hand forward. Then the next thing is to retract your shoulder blades onto your back. Depress them and also adduct them. And then bend your elbows. You're going to lower towards a chaturanga. Elbow towards your knee. And then push up out of that and step back. I'm going to go the opposite side. So I'll show it so you can see. I'm going to go opposite hand, opposite foot. The knee comes forward towards the elbow. So depress the scapula, then adduct as I lower down into chaturanga position. Press up out of that. It's the opposite. I'm going to elevate my scapula and also abduct. So getting that space to your upper back to step back. And the modification is to do this from your knees. It's just one foot, opposite hand forward, bend down, press back up and back, and opposite. So try that. And again, if you really want to progress it, you can start to mobilize and move around the space, exploring more diversity in your movement. You can jump switch your legs. So much to explore. Let it be playful and fun, right? Notice that moment where you go, start grinding and getting serious, like this is work. You're here for you to take care of yourself, and you get to decide what kind of mental frame you bring to the practice. So come on back and roll down onto your back. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. And as you do that, lift your shoulders and your hips away from the floor. So your spine gets around and you can rock on it. Go ahead and rock on it. Shoulders to tail. And we're gonna rock all the way up. The key is hold your legs in tight and maintain the flexion, the roundness of your spine. Rock up and rock back. Up and back. Keep going. Now you can try, as you rock back, turn a little to the side on your way up. So you're kind of rolling around in a circle. Try going the other way. Bring yourself back to center. Rock up. Put your feet on the floor. Put your hands back behind you and lift your seat up a little bit. You might need to walk your hands in so that you can get your weight out in front and come into a variation of a squat here. So put your hands on the floor out in front of you. Lift your hips and jump or step your feet out wide. Now from here, bring your hands over to the left. Transfer the weight into your hands. Push with your hands. And we're gonna spring up and kick your legs off to the left. Now go the other way. Hands to the right. Transfer the weight into your hands. Spring up and kick your legs off to the right. Let's go right again. Hands to the right. Feet to the right. Hands to the left. Hop your feet to the left. And go side to side. Front to back as well. So your hands come back. You can hop your legs back. Hands forward. Feet forward to meet them. So you're moving your hands and then following with your feet. You might go in a square or a circle or a triangle, making some different shapes. Staying low in your squat. Probably start to feel your legs heat up. That's this feeling of getting stronger. That's a feeling of your muscles getting pumped with fresh oxygenated blood. And make your way into your squat position. Breathe in. As you breathe out, reach up, standing tall. Oh, nice big full stretch. And bring your hands together in front of your body. Close your eyes. And you're gonna come back to honoring your body, your whole entire physical being, and your energy being as well. Now we're gonna come down through a squat to a seated position. So just like before, take your hips back, lower down into a squat, get low, low, low. Flex your spine as much as you can. And then you can put your hands back behind you if you need to lower your seat down. Grab your Danda and come into a boat pose holding your Danda. Now we're gonna start to row the boat, and then so just allow your legs to kind of swing side to side, all the while holding this boat position. You could also straighten them out in front for a little more challenge. And then let's coordinate this movement. So as you take your stroke with your right side oar, bring your left heel in and straighten your right leg. And now switch your legs with your arms. So as your left side oar goes in, your left leg straightens. As your right side oar goes in, your right leg straightens. So now you're bicycling your legs and rowing with your arms in a coordinated movement. Take a break if you need to, or keep on going. Now, if you have a slidable surface like I do, you can really have some fun with this. So as your right oar goes in the water, left heel can come down and you slide yourself forward and then switch and slide. Use your exhale to engage your abdomen and slide yourself across the floor. Again, moving around the space, using your strength to mobilize yourself to migrate across the ground. And let it be fun. Notice how ridiculous it is. And this is exactly how you came to be so coordinated, so strong, so capable. Is as a kid, you just played with it. It's like you came into this body and it was like, my God, what an incredible gift. Let me figure out how this thing works. Cool, it can do this, it can do that. What if I try this? Wow, look at that. Oh man, I didn't get it that time. Let's try it again. Whoa, you can do that? Awesome. Let me try that. Take that kind of attitude as an adult. There's no end to how far you can progress your movement practice. Let's come on back to a seated position. Cross your legs. Remove your Danda out to the side. Give yourself a loving embrace. All right. Come forward to all fours, hands and knees, and press up and back into a downward facing dog. Now, the gibbon. Reach your left leg to the sky in a three-leg dog. Come forward towards the plank, bring your left knee with you, and now cross your knee over towards your right elbow, and then kick your leg out to straight. Lift your right arm up, lower your left hip toward the floor. You can lower your hip all the way to the floor. Then push with your feet, lift with your hips, reach your right arm alongside your ear, then take your hand down, sweep your leg through. We're gonna go all the way up and back. Bend your top knee, stack your hip, scorpion dog. Now keep going back with your left leg, lower your foot, then lift your left hand, and then lower your right hip toward the floor. From there, lift your hips up, stretch your left arm alongside your ear. Nice big reach. Left hand down, both feet together. Bend your knees and take a squat dog to the back of your mat. From there, come forward to a plank. Step or hop your feet into a squat at the top of your mat. And then we're gonna push with your hands like that gorilla squat. We're gonna go all the way back into squat dog. Both feet back. Excellent. Now go to downward facing dog, and from there, plank, bring your right knee with you. Cross it through your body, second side, kick your leg out. Lift your hand, lower your hip. Press your hips to the sky, stretch your arm alongside your ear. Both hands down, scorpion dog, right leg up and back. Stack your hips, step your foot, lift your hand, lower your hips. Lift and stretch your arm, reach. Both hands down, feet together, squat dog at the back. Step or hop to squat at the front. And step or hop to squat dog at the back again. Excellent. Now, step or hop one more time to the top of your mat. Squat. Reach your arms back like you're hiking the ball. Look through your legs. Inhale. Exhale. Hey-o. Lift up. Maybe a little hop. And squat it back down. And then take a couple gorilla squats. Hands to the side. Follow with your feet. Other side. Back. Front. Side. Side. Come down through a squat. All the way to a seated position, hands to assist as you lower down if you like. From there, roll back, rock around. Feel free to roll through it. Maybe take a whole entire 360-degree circle if you like. And come up. We're gonna row. You can use your Danda. Move yourself around the room if you like. Rule number 1 in Primal Vinyasa. Anybody know it? You got it. Don't take yourself too seriously. Amazing how far you can go if you just remember that. Look how far I've gone. Come on back to all fours, hands and knees. Press it back into a downward facing dog. And then from dog pose, step your right foot forward, left hand forward, lower down into that Spider-Man position. Press out of it and switch. Right hand, left knee. Press out and switch. And move around the space here. You can also explore staying low. As you press, really activate your shoulder blades off your back, round your back. That'll help you press up. And then as you step forward, shoulder blades on your back and down your back as you lower down. Excellent. Come to a kneeling position on your mat. You can come back to feeling your body, tuning into the vitality that's flowing through you, honoring that by the way you breathe, and by the way you simply acknowledge lovingly the effervescence of this vital energy that is you, that you've activated in this practice. And just soften into it. I invite you into the feeling space of your heart so that from this place, from an awareness of this place, you observe all the currents, not just your heartbeat, but the beads of sweat that are rolling off you perhaps, the movement of your diaphragm, your ribs, your lung tissue. And deeper than that, just the tingling cellular effervescence, that energetic bubbling from within. Like when you put a battery on the charger and it warms up, you just feel that heat all pumping through you, got them charged back up. Your body is made to move. You are a movement being. You thrive on it, this kinetic energy. So may we remember how good it can feel, how playful and joyful it can be. And we invite ourselves back to this space, and we invite one another back into this space as often as possible. Join your hands together in front of your heart. Bow your head to your heart. Again, a gesture of subordination of the thinking mind to the feeling heart. And from this space, an acknowledgement of one another's humanness. May we move through our day with this in mind and in heart, more importantly. Namaste. All right, if you're not yet a Primal Vinyasa member, go get your free week-long membership. There's a link in the channel. Go in there, click it, super easy, super fast, and it's legit just free. And then what's so cool is inside your membership, we've got all the drills that the class is composed of, broken down drill by drill with a regression and a progression, so that if you're not quite ready for the full thing, there'll be an opportunity to learn to limit the range of motion or the strength required or the coordination required. And then once you've got it, there's opportunities to progress it as well. Learning this practice is just like learning an instrument. You've got to get down with the rudiments, the scales and all that, and then you can just riff and play, and that's what's so fun. If you are a member, go in, do those drills and check them out piece by piece. So for the same reason. Thanks for showing up. See you next time.